Let's look on this as the dress rehearsal then. I wasn't too happy with yesterday's shot. Hopefully, we can all be gladder with today's. And that was a private viewing, for all other reporters were gathered at the Kokugikan for Hakuho's retirement conference, to which he was heading in this shot here. I couldn't find a way to get in there, but I can tell you what he said. Striking was how little this conference resembled his morning after title interview on July 19th, in which he claimed that he'd never been closer to retiring, but had ceased such thoughts with his 8th win. Today, though, he disclosed that just 48 hours on from that 8th win, he did request to retire. Given my injuries, my goal for July was 10 wins, he explained. And once I reached that, I informed my coach and stable colleagues of my resolve to quit. But I still felt I could win the July title, and therefore decided to announce my retirement after the final day. It seems though sumo chiefs weren't keen on that and urged him to delay, causing him to wait until after Terunofuji's Yokozuna promotion and the Summer Olympics. Stressing his respect for the words of 32-time champion Taiho, "If you're losing, you'll have to retire," Hakuho confessed to having considered quitting at numerous points over the past year. What finally convinced him to bow out in Nagoya, he says, was the evident improvement of the younger wrestlers he was facing. And it was like a passing of the baton, is how he describes it. Coach Miyagino added that Hakuho's legs were constantly inside the cold therapy machine during the tournament, and he was shocked by the toll each day seemed to be taking. "You will soon be needing an artificial knee," is what Hakuho's surgeon had in fact warned. Miyagino felt that his star student's forward driving power had been fading since 2017. The new coach Magaki named 2015 as the year in which he could no longer adhere to Futabayama's Tachiai principle and fight as he wished. In the face of Yokozuna Council bashing, the former Hakuho said he had tried to regain his style, and believed there were tournaments in which he'd pulled this off. But the latest run of injuries had destroyed such hopes completely. And when asked to address criticisms of how he viewed the Yokozuna rank, he was polite, but unapologetic. "I see a Yokozuna as someone who, once on that dohyo, never lets up, fights like a devil, and always goes for the win," he said. "I understand the Yokozuna Council and others may see it differently, and I tried to become the Yokozuna they wanted, but I've likely failed to meet their hopes." Asked for the most memorable bout, he insisted on choosing two. His one and only gold star gained off Asashoryu in November 2004, and his streak-ending defeat to Kiseno Sato in November 2010. "That loss took me to where I am now," he said. "I had to keep proving I was worthy of those 63 straight wins." Today was also about the new Magaki saying the right things to appease sumo masters, whose long list of conditions attached to his elder stock reveals badly broken bridges. "I am full of appreciation," was a phrase used multiple times, including right at the start when thanking sumo chiefs for giving him a platform for his talents. As you may recall, the 15-year-old Hakuho was rejected in the initial trials and only taken on after having booked his return flight to Mongolia. And to think if Coach Miyagino had come calling just a day later, we'd all have missed out on the entire Hakuho experience, remarked NHK's Mr. Fuji. And the ex-Hakuho's eyes moistened.